Hello, everybody. I got another one of these quiz things. They're going to try to predict my age by whatever songs I choose. Shall we? Let's start the quiz. The last one of these I did was the movie one, and it was so far wrong. Okay, Rolling Stones. I love Rolling Stones. Ooh, Sympathy for the Devil is a good one. Paint It Black, I love. Satisfaction's absolute classic. Gimme Shelter is probably my least favorite of this four. Um, I'm going with Paint It Black. But what about some of the other songs? They've got so many great songs. Love the Stones. REM. Everybody Hurts, Losing My Religion, End of the World, the one I love. Oh, Losing My Religion's probably like their most mainstream song. It's a good song, but and It's the End of the World as We Know It is a lot of fun. I like all four of these, but I'm leaning toward Everybody Hurts. So what does that mean? Paint It Black and Everybody Hurts. Which of Queen's smash hits could you never say no to? I'm going with Bohemian Rhapsody, but they're all fantastic. I don't think I've met a Queen song I didn't like. What song will keep Nirvana firmly in your memory? The only one I recognize out of the, well, I recognize the titles: The Man Who Sold the World, Heart Shaped Box, Smells Like Teen Spirit, but the only song I can think of is Smells Like Teen Spirit. I don't know what the other ones sound like. What song most makes you want to fight the man? Oh, come on, computer. Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of. I Fought the Law. I don't think I know the System of a Down song. I'm a Who fan. I do like the Who. My second choice, I don't know. Killing in the Name of is really good, but I would probably go with I Fought the Law as my second choice, just because I know it better. What song proves to you that Elvis is the king of rock and roll? Well, I would say Jailhouse Rock is the most rock and roll of these four. They're all good songs, but if you're looking for rock and roll specifically, I would say Jailhouse Rock. Don't Be Cruel is kind of popish. Hound Dog is a little more towards the bluesy, and Suspicious Minds is a little more rock, but only by little bits. What song instantly makes you think of the Beatles? Oh, I think of Hey Jude as more Paul McCartney than the actual Beatles. I mean, I know it was a Beatles song, but I think of Paul McCartney more with that. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, I think of Elton John because he did a version of it. Come Together, I think more John Lennon, even though I know it's a Beatles thing. I Want to Hold Your Hand is absolutely nothing but Beatles. What song has your favorite guitar solo? Okay, I don't know the Muse song. Oh, I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody is a good one. Free Bird is probably. Mm, although, While My Guitar Gently Weeps is Fantastic too. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Do I go Beatles or Skynyrd? I mean, George Harrison doesn't get enough credit. What they call him, the Quiet Beatle or whatever. But Skynyrd, I guess Freebird. That one's a hard one because, like I said, I don't know the Muse song, and of the other three, it's hard to choose. Pink Floyd song that speaks to you the most. Oh, good. Comfortably Numb is on there. I hate with a passion Another Brick in the Wall. When it comes on the radio, I change the station. Matter of fact, I had to the other day because it came on and I was like, nope. And luckily, we were headed into Parkersburg, and there's a really good station that plays a lot of 80s stuff. Which of these songs comes from David Bowie's finest era? Ooh. Space Oddity, Starman, Under Pressure, Lazarus. I'm going with Space Oddity. Anyway, there's a station in the Parkersburg area that plays a lot of 80s stuff. It's almost all 80s. So I was happy to ditch that horrible Another Brick in the Wall nonsense and switch over to stuff I actually like. Which of these metal songs makes you bang your head the most? Master of Puppet, Iron Man. Ooh. I don't know the Slipknot song. I'm going Master of Puppets over Iron Man, but only barely. Because Iron Man's up there for me. I like Iron Man. Which Guns N' Roses song means the most to you? They're all so good. Means the most to me. Well, living in Ohio and being a, I guess, Bengals fan, if you could say I'm a football fan, which I'm not, the Bungles are my team. And we call them the Bungles with affection because they have a way of screwing it up at the wrong moment. And they, for a long time, had Welcome to the Jungle as their theme, I guess you could say. So I'll go with that. They're all so good, though. I like all of those songs. What song best captures Jimi Hendrix's guitar virtuosity? I'm trying to hear them in my head. On the Watchtower, Purple Haze. The other two, I can't think of what they sound like. I think I'm more Purple Haze than Watchtower. Song cemented Led Zeppelin's legendary status for you. Oh, good gosh, I don't know Zeppelin that well. Well, I know more Zeppelin than I thought. Who doesn't go with Stairway to Heaven? Most controversial song when you grew up? That one, I guess. What song do you most associate Radiohead with? I don't associate them with anything. Creep? If it's a song I think it is. What hard rocking AC/DC song always gets you going? Oh, I love AC/DC. They all get me going. I like them all. Back in Black, I guess. Hey, it goes with my painted black, right? What song from The Who's Explosive Run still resonates with you? People won't be full of Bobby. Oh, Who Are You is not a choice. I'm going with Bob O'Reilly. What Beach Boys classic makes your summer a little better? Surfing USA, Barbara Ann, God knows, Good Vibrations. Good Vibrations. What Kiss song is always welcome at your party? Rock and Roll All Night. Because Beth is a ballad and probably wouldn't be on a party soundtrack. Which song disappointed you the most when it came out? I like Shiny Happy People and I like Mr. Roboto. I don't think I know Sweet Hitchhiker or Saint Anger. I've heard more about Saint Anger though. I guess I'll go with it. I don't know. What song by The Doors truly captured Jim Morrison's mystique? Light My Fire, People Are Strange, The End, Five to One. People Are Strange. I like that one. For the longest time, I didn't even know that was The Doors. What's the first song that comes to mind when you think punk? Mm-hmm. The Ramones, I think of as punk. Longest song you've heard on the radio? Meatloaf didn't make the cut. I don't know the Tool song because that's not my style of music. Sorry, Roger. I have a friend, Roger, who loves that band. Um, American Pie, I guess. But some of those Meatloaf songs are like 15 minutes long. Which one hit wonder do you think deserved more success? I think Blind Melon should have done better. I like all four of those choices, but I think Blind Melon really should have had more. Most recognizable Britpop song from the 90s. Oh, most recognizable? Bittersweet Symphony. Although Blur and Oasis are both really good songs, I don't know the Pulp song. But the Verve with Bittersweet Symphony, I can hear it in my head and it doesn't sound like anything else. What song made the White Stripes fun while they lasted for you? Seven Nation Army. Did you know? And I just discovered this last night. The Oak Ridge Boys, country slash gospel group, the Oak Ridge Boys did a version of Seven Nation Army. And it is surprisingly good. It was very different, but it was surprisingly good. What song introduced you to the wonders of Van Halen? Oh, there it is. Jump. The song Jump makes me think of frogs for a very specific reason. I used to do a lot of volunteer work with the Girl Scout Council, and we did this event that toured around the council. And at that point in time, our council was 7 1/3 counties. It's much larger now. And we had a program center, which was like the first of its kind in the country, where we converted an old school and we had classrooms and we had office space, and just it was a really nice facility. And we did several times with this program. It was called Puppets, Dolls, and Plays. It was for the younger girls, the brownies, so grades first, second, third. And we ended up taking it around. And at the end of the event, they all got their patch. And one of the things that was part of it was they got to watch a puppet show. And this group, one of the things they did was they had these frogs playing in a band, and they did the song Jump. And every time they said the word jump, the frogs would all jump. And that, so now every time I hear the song Jump, I think of frogs. I mean, it's a thing. And we must have done that program. We toured it all over the place. We probably did it at least 50 times, if not more. It seemed like we were doing it all the time. We did at least once a week for a year. So, I mean, it was always a thing. What song is most likely to make you darkly emotional? Okay, so Hurt, I know the Johnny Cash version of it. I don't know the other three songs. I know the bands, I just don't know the song. So I will go with. Have they figured me out yet? I'm all over the place. What song convinced you to give the Monkees a chance? Well, is it I'm a Believer or Daydream Believer? I'm a Believer? I don't know either of those two. What song brought you into Frank Zappa's bizarre world? Valley Girl. Okay, I don't know any of those. Valley Girl. There's not a choice. I love this title. We'll go with that because the title's cool. I need more Zappa, I guess. I don't know much of his stuff. What did you hear from word of mouth rather than the radio? Huh? None of those. We stop pumping up ads. Sheesh. Um, I don't know how to answer this one because I don't know any of these songs. Okay, I'll pick that one. Which song is a must for every road trip? Life is a Highway. Yeah, definitely. Tom Petty's good though. What song will always have people singing along at your party? I don't have parties. Doesn't everybody sing along with Sweet Caroline? At least the Bum, bum, bum. What Fleetwood Mac song stands out the most? Oh goodness, I love Fleetwood Mac. Well, okay, so you didn't choose any of the songs I would have put on there. Hmm, where's Rhiannon? Where's um Landslide? Uh, 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 okay, we're gonna close my eyes and just click one. That one. Okay, Tusk. Yeah, those. I mean, I like all of them. They're all good. Fleetwood Mac is a band that consistently delivers. What cover song impressed you just as much as the original? I'm going with the Bangles. Although Joe Cocker's with a little help from my friends was really good. I don't know the Nirvana song and the White Stripes. I'm sorry. I'm a Dolly fan. Sorry, not going there. What song convinced you to take the Gorillas seriously? Yeah, they had more than two songs. That one, because it's the song I know the best. Clint Eastwood's the only other one I've even heard. What band's style change was a breath of fresh air for you? Radiohead. Eh. Well, Under the Bridge is the only Pepper song I really know and like. I don't really know their stuff that well. Depeche Mode, I love. I'm going with them. Which Eagles song hits the spot? Oh my god. One of my favorite bands. Uh, Out of this group, I'm picking Hotel California. But where's Desperado? Where's Heartache Tonight? What song do you like the best from the underrated band The Kinks? Oh, The Kinks are great. I don't know Sunny Afternoon. Oh, goodness gracious. I think I'm going with Lola. I know that's kind of obvious. But the three out of the four that I know are all so good. Which number one hit was the closest to your birth year? Okay, is it Mr. Tambourine Man or My Sharona? Which one was the closest? Would have helped if they would have put the years. I mean, this is the 80s, Guns N' Roses. Nickelback was the 90s. No, 90s, early 2000s, something like that. My Sharona, I think, was the 70s, and the Mr. Tambourine Man, I think, was the 60s. I'm 72, so in between, I think I fall like smack in the middle between the birds and the knack. I feel like the birds was late 60s. That's hard because I don't know if I knew the years of the songs. Which indie rock darlings song is special to you? The Cure, MGMT, don't know who that is. Beck, Velvet Underground. Oh, I've got to remember that. Mm, Velvet Underground, Lullaby. I'm going with The Cure. What Blondie song made Deborah Harry your queen? Is it on there? No, it's not. I would have replaced Atomic with Rapture, and then we would have had four songs that I like really, really like. I don't know Atomic, but one way or another has meaning to me. Which British band had your attention during the 2000s? Mumford and Sons, Little Lion Man. I know I Will Wait's the one they offered here, but Little Lion Man's the one I like. What song brings you back to your wilder days? Did I have wilder days? Ooh. I don't know who the Stranglers even are. White Rabbit, eh, that's kind of before my time. Remedy. I know I've heard it. I just can't think of what it sounds like. Third Eye Blind. I guess Third Eye Blind? What rock from Canada do you recognize? I didn't know Arcade Fire was from Canada. I thought they were British. Alanis Morissette, ironic. Nothing in that song is ironic except the title. Um, Rush, I guess who? What hit do I recognize? Three of the four. That's a dumb question. What do I recognize? It's a question about Canada. You pick Rush. What band named after a body part means the most to you? The Shins, the Flame. Oh, Flaming Lips. Out of these songs, I'm going with the Flaming Lips because I don't like that Heart song. What weird one-hit wonder could you not resist? I believe in a thing called Mexican Radio is an okay song. I don't know this song. Heard of the Butthole Surfers, the song. I've never even heard of Crazy World of Arthur Brown. So I'm down to two songs. I'm picking the darkness. Creedence Clearwater Revival song. Oh, they're all good. I like Down on the Corner. I'm not picking Fortunate Son because it is so freaking overplayed. If there's a movie about the Vietnam War, it's there. Which woman led song rock hardest for you? Okay, I've heard of Paramore, but I don't know the song. Somebody to Love. I've heard of Garbage, but I don't know the song. I've heard of Patti Smith, but I don't know the song. I guess that kind of narrows it down, huh? Somebody to Love. Queens of the Stone Age? Ask me about a band I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any of those songs. We'll just pick one. What song heralded the best comeback in your opinion? Neil Young, Harvest Moon, David Bowie, The Next Day, Elvis Presley, If I Can Dream, Aerosmith, Walk This Way. I'm picking Aerosmith for that one. What was the shortest song you remember when you grew up? Mm, when you grew up. Well, growing up, it would have been the Beatles. Because all the others are all old or newer songs. What hard rocking classic from Judas Priest do you love? Living After Midnight. What does that one sound like? Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Got another thing coming. What was the question? Do I love? Wouldn't say I necessarily love any of them. Okay with the two I recognize. I don't know. Stop popping that stupid ad open, goodness. What song cemented Neil Young's legendary status for you? Heart of Gold, Rockin' in the Free World. After the Gold Rush, Southern Man. Cinnamon Girls on her. Heart of Gold. What feels like the what feels the most like the sound of the South to you? Allman Brothers Whipping Post. I'm sure I've heard it, but I can't think of it. Drive By Truckers, I've heard of them, but I don't know their song. Sweet Home Alabama or Keep Your Hands to Yourself. Sweet Home Alabama. Other than Nirvana, what grunge band is dear to you? Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden. Well, it asks what band, and then it gives you specific songs. I would pick Jeremy over Black Hole Sun. Which The Clash song strikes the biggest chord with you? Rock the Casbah, because I don't know the others. What band do you feel was unjustly forgotten? The Decemberists. I don't know who they are. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. The Replacements. They did a different song, didn't they? I don't know that song. Ride. I don't know them. I guess Blood, Sweat, and Tears. They were a good band. What jam band would you have loved to see live? Oh, I'm between the Grateful Dead and the Dave Matthews Band. Blues Traveler had some good songs. I don't know Fish. I mean, I've seen their name, but I don't know their songs. And the two songs that they have for Grateful Dead and Dave Matthews are not songs that I know very well. I've heard of them, but I don't know if I know them. So, let's see. Excuse me. I'd like to see both of them live. Dave Matthews, I guess. All right. Are they anywhere close? No, they are not. So apparently, I have the musical taste of people half my age. With how much new music seems to be coming out all the time, it's understandable that it would take a little extra effort to check out the classics. And while you haven't necessarily gone out of your way to do that, history's favorite rock bands have a way of slipping into pop culture faster than we can realize. So it looks like you know more about the greats of rock and roll than others might have assumed, and in some cases, perhaps even more than you realized. But you're not even close. So my movie choices put me 18 or younger, and my musical tastes apparently put me half my age, 16 to 25. So I guess between these quizzes, they think I'm 18. Oh, goodness gracious, not even close. That's funny. That is so funny. Let's post this. That's funny. Guess I'm young at heart. Okay then. Well, if you want to take this quiz, I will put the link in the description box. I'd like to see, if anybody gets an accurate result, because so far I have yet to get one that's accurate. Um, so if you take the quiz, let me know. I'm curious. And I guess we will see you in the next one. Bye bye.